Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use, for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting.
What's up with me, people? So I'm back with another exclusive video reaction. This particular video reaction right here is Young and Jefe, you know what I'm saying, and the No Jumper host responds to Wack100 Tee Grizzley fake paperwork. You dig what I'm talking about? Bruh name is in hot water. It been in hot water, but this may have been exposed him to the maximum. You dig what I'm talking about? I'm going to give y'all my 1-2, you know what I'm saying, break down my dialogue and how I see things, you know what I'm saying. We're going to take it from there. Well, with that being said, though, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Meanwhile, me peoples, let's jump right off.
I got a question.
But
what my paperwork at? I'm like, oh, here we go.
Wack brought the Tee Grizzley paperwork to the table, and I guess he got that from Shooter, and basically like Tee Grizzley talked to academics on the phone, and he said, "I want to bet Wack that paperwork that's not real." So this is basically how you know that Tee Grizzley's telling the truth, because Tee Grizzley said, Wack can put up 10K, I'll put up 250K, and if the paperwork is fake, you got to give me 10K, but if the paperwork is real, I'll give you $250,000. Basically that means that Tee Grizzley's like 100% confident that the paperwork is fake. Wack starts getting in. There's a guy named Dogface. I don't know where the Dogface came from. Not Dogface, the guy who was drinking the cranberry juice. No,
not that guy.
Not him.
What the social media do? I do content.
I don't know anything about him. I just know Ag was on the call with him, and Dogface was basically like barking on Wack all crazy, and Wack ended up hanging up. And then
why he hung up?
He hung up like for the first time ever, right? Woo! But the guy started dissing his girl and shit. So I think that was his reason for why he got off the call.
Like, he should let people know that get to him so easily. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got some stuff I'm gonna look through today. See, the thing about that, right? Baby Shooter, like, as you know what I'm saying, being a member, he shouldn't even be getting involved in them games. Definitely being behind bars and jail. And that's what I didn't understand about the content coming out and it getting put out there, because only way you put that out there, like the statutes of limitations had to run out. But it's just, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know, man. It was just too much that was said. I don't know if people was just placing what they knew out there on that piece of paper, but it was just too much like that was said that was just like crazy and bizarre, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, the people putting their money up, I would have put my 10 up quick.
Wack got the paperwork from Shooter's side.
So he said, and Wack specifically said on the pod, Shooter's, you feel me? Shooter B. But I believe him for various I believe this is true. I know this is true for other reasons.
Part? You saying this?
I'm quoting Wack.
The little situation was true because the uploads, like I remember when the first uploads was going around when he was talking to the dude and it was getting blamed on other people, and he was like, look, man, it ain't me. Look, but it was wooty-woo and wooty-woo. Don't say you heard it from me. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, we remember way from back then, you know what I'm saying, before this paperwork issue, and that was like 2 years ago. But
if Wack is getting the paperwork and bringing it to the table, and you're the biggest name in this whole thing, let's be real, at the end of the day, who the Shooter? Like, he's not like a famous social media person, you know?
Yeah. You remember that's the one that came up here with the Armenian dude,
internet personality.
You had him on here.
You had him over here with the Armenian dude.
I did, yeah, I know. But I'm saying to the world as a whole, Wack100 is very famous. Shooter, the world is just finding out about him now, you know? So, I mean, to Wack, it's like, if he brought that to the table and didn't do any kind of due diligence to try to figure out if that paperwork had any authenticity to it, like, I mean, that's crazy. Like, because he's putting people like me and Ack and whoever else commentated on that paperwork, he's putting us in a weird position, because by him bringing it to the table, he's kind of like putting us in a situation where we're going to take it more serious than we would otherwise, you know?
I didn't hear nothing about Tee Grizzley back then. I only heard that like Shooter was throwing it off on somebody else, and he was explaining himself.
And then had to come corrected.
Right. I didn't hear nothing about Tee Grizzley telling back then. I heard he was just trying to figure out.
So now, okay, so with the house being robbed, right? So basically they said like it was like cash taken and like $1 million in jewelry. So basically, from my understanding, what I'm thinking is they saying like doing the insurance claim, I guess you got to make a police report or something. And I guess he made a police report and he was talking to the police. And in this police report, everything that was on social media was coming up, from both the videos, the shooter blaming people, to shooter coming back and saying, no, it wasn't him. I just said that because my mama address and this and that. So that's why I'm saying it was just too much put out there. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know if boy feel that way because it looked like that shooter's not going to be charged for it because the statute of limitations have ran out and ain't no charges. Yeah, it's only 3 years for a burglary. So that's what I looked up. The statute of limitations have ran out. So right now it's just like a statement. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it is looking. But he said, but if he put his money up, he's basically saying that he didn't sit down. Like, basically, this whole paperwork that came out with this interview that this detective is saying he talking to you. And so where they get the video from? Because they saying they matching the video from his home to baby shooter Instagram. They matching the sweater up. So that's how they know he was the robbery. It's just like all type of shit.
But how can they charge it if it's beyond the statute of limitations?
No, but I'm saying that's why they probably speaking about it, because the statutes of limitations. Because at first I'm like, shooter is retarded. Like, why is you getting online, calling in the Wack, and you doing content with Flacco, bro? And this is still an open case. But the burglary is only 3 years, and I think it's been 3 years since that case. So I think that the burglary happened like in 2022, like September or something like that.
3 years.
Hey, if you get robbed for your jury and you trying to get your insurance money and you go make a police report, that's not telling, though.
No, but that's not the point. He didn't just
when you go in detail, like what was explained, like,
that's
bro,
what it said in the paperwork that we now very much think might be fake, is that the paperwork says that he told the cop that he knew that it was shooter and that he then identified him out of a lineup.
Exactly.
But so I think that's kind of like fictitious, because I don't think he knew who shooter was originally.
And had the video.
So DM'd him on Instagram.
And not even that. And they brought up the video. So during the video, was shooter try to throw it off on other dudes. Like, look, man, people saying it wasn't me. It was this person, and my cousin. He was supposedly talking to one of Tee Grizzley folks.
Look, most definitely, with all the inconsistencies with Wack name has been already a red flag always with me. You know what I'm saying? He's always talking about, I'm going to look into this, I'm going to see this. He's like one of them people that's kind of like an OG. If people look at him as that way, or just an older man that makes it seem like he has a lot of game or a lot of connections, and he really don't. You feel me what I'm saying? At the end of the day, don't get it wrong, though. You feel me what I'm saying? He could become the messiest person in the world. So his name is irrelevant in the content world or the no jumper space. But at the end of the day, what more do Wack have outside of the messiness, the clubhouse? You feel me what I'm saying? His word is not credible. You dig what I'm talking about? This could be. I always wonder, why did Birdman give him Cash Money West? But at the end of the day, maybe it's connections with, you know what I'm saying, you feel me, Suge Knight, and he portrays himself as a Damu. Or he really got some ties. What do you guys think? Let us know something. Drop it in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Any people that's from LA and that's really knowing what's happening, what's good. But other than that, on the flip side, I'm going to jump right back off into this content.
Folks, somebody on Tee Grizzley's side, and they was recording him the whole time. So all this is in this police interview as well. Like, oh yeah, I know who baby shooter is because, you know, I had basically allegedly my folks talking to him and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
And provided his Instagram. They provided his. Let me ask you this.
So none of us in here cracked open that paperwork?
Well, I read that one sheet that
I'm about to holler at Big Shooter.
He said that was fake
Because I'm gonna see if it's real. I'm gonna holler at Big Shooter.
So Wack has officially said that was fake. That was the whole reason why this issue even got brought to the table, right?
That first paperwork, he said it on the No Jumper News on Friday. You feel me?
Hold on. So Wack said it was fake?
Yes.
Oh, so
officially as it went.
That first paperwork was Wack specific. He was on there with us. So right there.
So Tee Grizzley and it got cleared.
I mean, if that paperwork is fake, then, I mean, because that was the entire basis of this online investigation.
That was a play that Shooter was running, apparently.
For the giddy up.
So he duped Wack.
Yeah.
Damn, Wack should be mad as
this is why
he's fucking up Wack's credibility.
No, but this is why Wack specifically said, like, and I give props to Wack for standing by his team.
Hey, man, hey, you gotta stop this shit, man.
Hey, let me land.
How you confirm some fake paperwork that he put out there, and you got to give credit to Wack?
Why are you giving him credit?
I'm giving him credit for he stood by his team. He specifically said this was like wrong information. You know what I mean? Like,
but so his whole team got it wrong, and then he's going to stand by them. That's not.
He's supposed to condemn them. Like, what's wrong?
You're supposed to get a new team.
I mean, I feel like that's commendable to not just be
Wack needs to put out a statement acknowledging that he was wrong. And
well, I think, but he said that wasn't the only. He said there's way more information, and we got the actual work coming. That wasn't the work, but we got the work coming. This is right before he did the show with you.
Really?
I think y'all filmed on Friday.
I didn't see him talking about it on there.
Yeah, we talked about it on the news.
Hey man, this is we got to stop it, no jumper, right? Hey, stop intimidating people to see it your way. Whenever somebody don't agree, they voice get the high pitching or calling them, because now this when you create little lushes and they forced to see it way. Ain't no way in hell you saying he put out some shit, then came back and said it was fake, and then you commended him and his team for being wrong.
No, I commended him by standing by his team regardless, despite the situation.
I mean, just correcting what he said, because he put it out there. Like, so if you pushing a false narrative, it's only right for you to come back and correct it if you find out that the narrative, you know what I'm saying, is false.
Okay, all right, and not even to derail. So if Ant get a R 2021, and then they keep going back to court for maybe a year, and they keep saying Young Ant remains on R. This nigga's looking at one case where they keep telling me to come back to court and I'm remaining on R, and he said I got 7 Rs. Once he find out that's what it is, and I'm not keep getting released on Rs, should he correct himself?
For sure.
You know what I mean? Because you
no, for sure.
Shouldn't he correct that?
No, for sure.
If there's evidence,
is on the internet.
Yeah, then misinformation, like when you're in a powerful position, is a very dangerous thing.
Like dog, for sure. Like I just said, like I see, y'all got the Wack and Munchie war. So, I feel like probably that's what is war is raw, what is raw is war. So I don't think like when it comes to y'all, he probably, I don't know, he will. He probably don't feel the need to correct himself though, but I probably ain't even looked into it. He probably just looked at your to just see all the ORs. It was like, man, how this person with this background got all these ORs, but it's the same OR.
This penitentiary nigga comedy, so you can't read. Hey,
I'm not Wack. I don't know.
Come on, man. Graduated from the 3rd grade and just stop.
My thing is like, if you're gonna bring some bunk information to the table, you at a certain etc. And if Wack's not going to do that, that's going to make me look kind of different at, because it's like, I know his pride doesn't want to allow him to admit that paperwork's fake if that's the case. But it's like, you can't just like bring some to the table and then they talk about you, but then you find out the paperwork's fake and you're like, well, I'm not going to admit that it's fake because they already dissed me. So now we have beef and I'm going to act like the paperwork is real, or I'm going to find some other way to justify what I was already saying. Like, you can't do that. Like, if you're going to bring some fake to the table, you got to actually correct the record and you got to apologize or say whatever's true.
I ain't gonna never put it.
You ever seen paperwork that looked like what you saw when you saw the initial piece of paper?
Man, that's like, what paperwork looked like, bro. I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. Like, I got to see some paperwork in my hand. Like, I can't judge no paperwork or just going off no internet off the screen. Like, when I seen it, like it's people out there that can doctor some shit up and make it look real. I ain't seen the feds put out false paperwork. Right. So when I first did see it, I was kind of looking like, all right, this might be playish. But when shooters started tapping in and started saying shit, that's when I'm like, oh, okay, this shit for real. And that's when I was kind of looking at Shooter like, man, he dumb for speaking on this. So,
but what's the end game for Shooter? How is Shooter constructing fake paperwork? How's that supposed to make him look better? Because
he's now in the conversation.
Yeah,
this is a guy that nobody knew who he was.
But now if it comes out of ability, and now nobody wants to hear from you ever.
I honestly question anybody that aligned themselves with the fake Jefe, the dude that went to jail, because he's a con artist for real.
But you can say that he didn't know that. Honestly, it didn't seem like Shooter really knew Jefe that well.
No.
Wait, we talking about Armenian Jefe?
Hell no, they just met up. That was just birds.
He came through with Shooter. He came with the Braccavelli dude. He came through with 600. What's the full
all them niggas questionable. You said 600. You said
he came through with a dude from a Mexican gang, and he comes through with like 3-4 different black dudes, all from different hoods. Hey, I'm all for everybody getting along, but from an LA standpoint, it looked a little different. Like
it's pretty diverse.
It's, a little too diverse.
A little inclusive.
Juggle fever going on.
I was rich then, but you ain't even know it like Rocco. We don't keep score, we just keep on scoring.